Hey everyone, this is Jason here at Grand Slam, and my normal device isn't working right now, so I'm trying out my camera on my laptop, which is from the 80s. So I'm sorry if this doesn't sound good or look good. We'll find out how it works. So let's just get right to the comics this week. There's a lot of good stuff. Secret Wars is going on. I might do a separate video for it if this whole thing works out. Otherwise, just get down into it. We got Kanan, The Last Padawan, issue number 3. This has been really popular. People are really into it. I've enjoyed the book myself. This is a good issue. So come check it out. If you've ever seen the show Rebels, Rebels is a really good show as well. So I would definitely check out the comic and the show. And you got a lot of time because it's the summer, so you got time to check that out. Always have to give a shout out for Saga when it comes in. Saga has beautiful art by Fiona Staples, written by my main man Brian Cavon. Really cool book. It's an epic love story, science fiction type of deal. We're almost closing in on the last issue for probably this year or later this year. So, very sad day, but, we persevere. Rebels. Rebels is not anything to do with Rebels from Star Wars, but this is about the original Rebels from the Revolutionary War. Love Brian Wood. Love what's going on with the art in here. He is really good at historical fiction. I can't talk more about this book. I'm always excited for when a new book of that comes out. Injection number 2. Warren Ellis is doing crazy. I don't know if it's science fiction, but there's definitely a lot of stuff going on. Different characters. He's doing the thing where he has different characters, and you got to get to read what's going on inside their heads. So that's a lot of fun. Of course, we got the big Chrononauts number 4. Oversized issue. It's $5.99, of course, and it's going to finish up the story arc for Chrononauts, which is going to be a movie, allegedly, from Mark Miller. So we've got issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is all you'll need to see. Time travel hijinks ensue in Chrononauts. Big new book this week from my main man Brian Wood, who I just talked about doing Rebels, which is Starve. So Starve, I talked about back in June. I've been talking about it with a lot of people. And what's going on in Starve is this appears to be a sort of story where there's like, it's kind of like the Iron Chef Wars reality TV comic book style of book. So that's a really neat concept to me. It's also got art by Daniel Zelish, who is absolutely incredible. He's an absolute incredible artist. He's done a lot of different books in his time. He's got a very distinct and dark style. So I would definitely check that one out if you have a chance. So enough about indie stuff and image books, right? What's going on at DC? We all know about DC. They've been doing a whole bunch of different things with the whole Convergence. And we've come off the Convergence. It's now DCU. And so now let's talk about some of the new books in the DCU. First off, Starfire. This is by the writers of Harley Quinn. Really cool looking book. Art looks neat inside. Starfire is a fan favorite character. We haven't really done much with her in a while. She's in Teen Titans, and now she's kind of doing her own thing. Art looks cute. Story might be good. Looks like it's a lot of different segmented stories, so that should be really neat. You can get your Batman on this week big time. That's what I'm going to talk about here. Batman Detective Comics, always a really cool and interesting story. As you can see, Robot Batman's up here, so we'll find out like how extensive the change to Batman is in all of these titles. You can see him here as well. More Robot Batman and Superman. This is the second part of the Truth storyline, which I believe started in either Action Comics last week. I think it's Action Comics. So this is a pretty cool start for a really neat story. I've heard some really good things about Truth, so definitely check that out. Batman issue number 41. We got the Mech Bunny Robot. The Mech Bunny Robot. Well, Batman's in a mech suit now, and he's doing cool stuff, so a lot of excitement about this. Who is Batman now? We get to find that out all officially. So this is a book that I would definitely recommend to everybody who gets a chance. And last but not least, we have Constantine, the Hellblazer. So Constantine is always a really good book. It's always seeped in the occult, and you should definitely have some fun with this one. He's back doing stuff in the DCU, and hopefully he's going to have more of a fingerprint on the things that are going on. But if you like occult and horror and DC, that's going to be a book for you. So there you are. That's the books for this week. Sorry about the video. We'll see if this works out the way the quality of it is. But as usual, we're on 1730 West Eisenhower, and you can check out all these books and more throughout the week. They're on the shelf right now. So I hope to see you this fine weekend.